Cindy Cross here from the Post and Rail, and today I'm making roasted tomato soup. And this is something I can make because in the summertime I felt very good about myself, and I actually roasted off some tomatoes in olive oil, salt and pepper, and there were so many and I was just sick of looking at them, and then I didn't want to waste them either, that I roasted them in the oven for around an hour, and then I bagged them up and put them in the freezer. Now here we are in winter. It is freezing, it is cold, it is raining, it is windy, it is horrible to be going out in the garden. But I remembered I had this stash in the freezer. So I'm hopefully going to produce the taste of summer in the middle of winter, which is exactly why I did it. So let's just get stuck in. I've chopped up 1 carrot. I didn't think you needed to see how you peel and chop a carrot. Doesn't matter how you chop it, as long as it's small, because it's going to cook quite quickly. Then an onion. Any onion, spring onion, brown onion, white onion, doesn't matter, we're going to fry it off. It's just for that background flavour and a bit more body to the soup. Okay. I'd like to say that this is going to fry on a low heat and blah blah blah, translucent, all that sort of business. Really, I'm going to whack it on high heat. I'm hungry already, so I'm going to get going. It's about a tablespoon of oil. I like to get colour. I like to get some colour on it. I like to get colour as the flavour. So if they get a little burnish, if I get distracted and forget to go back to them for a minute, that's going to be completely fine. And I'm going to exit camera before I start crying because the onion is strong. I don't lie, I left it and forgot about it. And there's some little burnish bits and it's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. Now I don't add garlic to this because in this mix of frozen tomato here, when I roasted them, I actually roasted them off with some garlic cloves. So if you want to check out that recipe, it's the confit of tomatoes that I did in summertime. And I double bagged it because it felt like it was going to explode in there. So now I'm just getting out the tomatoes. And just make sure there's no green bits, that's all. So it looks like this isn't a green bit one. So now there's no way that I want to go to the trouble of skinning a tomato, of de-seeding it, of any of that business. I feel like the tomato's got everything you need. But when you're cooking with tomatoes, there's a secret ingredient that you will need, no matter if you cook from tomatoes in a tin or fresh tomatoes, and it's to balance the flavour. It's always a pinch of sugar needed, so I know I'm going to need that. So that was approximately, let's just guess and say that was half a kilo of tomatoes that had been roasted. So the next things that I need to make this into a soup, so it's quite thick what's in there now, so that would be a good pasta sauce if you just cook that off for a little bit. But I'm actually going to add a teaspoon of vegetable stock powder and about a cup of boiling water. And then I'm just going to put that back on the heat, and I think in about 10 minutes time I'll be able to stick mix the bejeepers out of it and it will be a delicious soup, but I'll come back then. So this has been cooking for around 20 minutes. Really, it only needed enough time to cook to make the carrot go tender so that when I stick mix the bejeepers out of it, it's going to be all smooth. So this is one of my favourite tools, by the way. Yes, and I'm still doing it while it's hot, but I'm careful. It's done, but I can't stop playing with it. Alright. Alright. I'll stop. Now we have a delicious, smooth textured. Now I can't just serve it without tasting it. That's just not the way I do stuff. Let's give it a taste. It's gonna be hot, it's gonna be hot. Wow, that is a punch of flavour. But I haven't added the secret ingredient yet, which is a pinch of sugar. Well, in this case, it's a decent amount. I'm going to carefully measure about a flat teaspoon of sugar. And I'm going to stir it. Taste it again. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so I have two ways that I like to serve this, and I'm literally salivating. I can't wait to eat it. One is in this lovely white bowl, which will help cool it down, obviously, and will look nice for a photo. But my favourite way is in this tin cup. I just love rustic. And interestingly, it takes 2 ladlefuls very easily. Now, my piece de resistance, because I'm worth it and because I can't wait to eat this, and I happen to have some in the fridge, I've got some homemade pesto. So I'm just going to put a few little dollops. Oh, that's a big dollop. This one I might just put a big dollop. I know that's what I want anyway. A drizzle of olive oil. This one's got a wide opening, so. Oh, hello, deliciousness. There we go. And I might just to be, you know I've got to do it. You know I'm going to do it. Just want to swirl it a little. I'm just going to say that this is going to taste phenomenal. I wish you were here. I'm going to bring it to you. If you were here for lunch right now, you would be eating this. But you're not, so I might just eat it. Give it a taste for you so you can see how delicious. Now that pesto is just going to add that extra dimension. Let's eat it without dying. Oh. Wow. Hello, the flavour of summer. Middle of winter. When would I want this flavour more than right now? I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it gives you some inspiration to have a crack at this yourself. Oh. Oh, of course I did. The apron goes on before you do the cooking, not after.